because we had a little more time than they had. So Q equals MCP delta T. So.
Pardon the interruption. At this time, we ask for all freshmen to come to the auditorium for the class meeting.
Was there a reason somebody laid this calculator on my desk? The battery's dead?
Oh, yeah. That's in there.
It might be auto contrast. It is. On this one, if you hit second and up repeatedly, it'll change the auto contrast and you'll be able to see the numbers. All right, so we're looking for CP. So what is the heat? In this question, what is our heat? What's the heat? 560 joules. All right, so 560 right here. See how it says of heat? That is your Q. All right, so 560 goes here, equals, the mass will be what? 35.3. So 35.3 CP. And then delta T is what? 30. So when we take these two numbers, we have to do what with them? Subtract. So what's that? 30.3. All right. So to solve, we're going to do what with those numbers? Going to multiply 35.3 times 30.3, and we get 1,069.59 CP equals 560. And then I'm going to divide 560 divided by 1069.59, and I get 0.523. That ought to be enough to calculate the identity. So, what element has a specific heat of that?
Titanium.
Titanium? Okay. So, titanium. Questions about how to do that? Are we okay with finding that? I have some practice for after the lab. I've got a sheet of paper for the practice. All right. Any questions? Anybody? All right, let's talk lab. I count how many people we have here. Even or an odd number. I'm a brand in there too. 19, so I need one group of 3. I think that's 2. All right, when you finish the lab, all right, there are 4 pieces of paper that I have not given y'all, all right, during this unit. They are for test review. Now, the one you need to make sure you do is one that says conversion and density, particularly 7 to 11. Okay, because those are the ones people tend to get wrong on the test. All of the answers to these will be posted on the website because I'll be doing that while y'all are working on the lab. So they will be there for you should you want the answers while you're studying. Now, the lab. On the lab sheet, there are 2 parts. Okay, there are 1, 2, 3. Hang that back counter back there that doesn't have a real sink on it. There are 7 counters. There are 7 baskets. Each counter gets 1 basket. So if you go to the counter and there's another lab group, you need to check to see if they got a basket because each basket is set up for 2 groups, not 2 baskets. Does everybody understand? Okay, so if we wind up with a counter that doesn't have a basket and they start yelling, well, we don't have a basket. I'm gonna look around and see which group has 2 baskets, because some poor counter has 2 baskets and each counter only gets 1 basket. Now, in the basket, you're gonna find a styrofoam block, which is what you're using for part 1. Okay, it says a wood object or some other object. I put styrofoam in the basket this time. All right, so you're going to need a scale. Make sure you pick scales that are on the bottom 2 shelves for that. When you're done with the scales, put them back on the bottom 2 shelves. Notice that the scales face forward so it looks nice. They're not all turned around backwards. Make sure you put them on the bottom 2 shelves when you return the scales, because that way I know they work. The ones that are on the top rows tend to be the ones that don't work. All right, they've been sorted and separated into broken on the top, functioning on the bottom 2 shelves. Volume, make sure you measure the volume the way we've learned. Make sure you put a unit on them. Make sure you calculate in significant digits. Color, length, texture. Under the one that says observation or measurement, you're not writing the words observation or measurement. If it's an observation, you just write the answers, like color. What color are you going to write? You're going to write the color it is. Texture. You can tell me if it's smooth, rough, describe it in any words you want. If it's a measurement, I expect you to measure whatever the quantity is. Then tell me if it's a physical or chemical property, and then tell me if it's intense or extensive. Once you finish part 1, fabulous. Move on to part 2. I will burn magnesium for you. Once everybody's getting rolling pretty good in part 1, I will stop you and burn magnesium. Part 2, with step 2. Everybody has in their basket test tubes, and you have 2 Barnes dropping bottles of KI and PBNO3. Tells you to add a few drops, I forget how many. The thing that I want to show you is how to add them. Do not stick the dropper down in the test tube. Hold the dropper up here and add your drops. That way this never touches this and you don't contaminate my chemicals. Then when you add this one, you do the same thing. You hold it up here. You never contaminate my chemicals because this dropper never touches this, so it never touches where this bottle touched, okay? If this dropper never touches and this bottle never touches, they never come into contact with each other, so I don't contaminate anything in either of these bottles, okay? Now, once you finish mixing these, in the test tube is going to be a lead compound. We try not to put all of that down the sink, so back here in the hood, that's called fume hood. I'm not referring to a neighborhood.
Well, from Simpson, you're good. You have free juniors, you said free juniors, keep your class going.
Fabulous. Thank you, Ms. Hutchins. So, if you look back here, there's this really nasty looking beaker. It's got some glass stir rods in it. This is where you go pour your lead compound. If it won't all come out, take one of the stir rods, stick it in there, stir it around, stick it in there. Okay? Dump it out. You got it? Test tube goes back in the basket. I'll switch out the beakers when y'all are done for second period. Put your test tube back in your basket. The last thing is the baggie. On the back table is the vinegar. Take your beaker to the table, get your vinegar, bring your beaker back. If you steal vinegar, people are going to go, Ms. Wall, where's the vinegar? I'm not going to know the answer. So go get the vinegar. Once you're done, set it in here. Don't spill it. Get all the air out. Squish the air out. Make sure you seal it. Because if you turn this over before it's sealed, you make a mess. You're cleaning it up, not me. Once it's sealed, then you can flip it over, let the reaction start. Okay, once you're done, take it out. Return this to there. The baggie itself is trash. Okay, I've got extra baggies on my desk. We're not recycling them. Any questions? We're good? All right, now this is going to hurt you. Remember what I told you? Make sure you feel things because you're going to need to know if anything was hot or cold. Same with the test tube. There's 7 baskets. Nothing that you're using today is harmful. However, because you are using chemicals, you do have to wear the eyewear and the apron. Okay? So, groups of 2, 1 group of 3, since we have an odd number. The aprons are here. The eyewear is here. Right? Folks, we're gonna do this in about a half hour. So go. And then put your paper on the stool at the front of the room. She said, see if you can do what
Okay, questions?
Yeah.
I feel very sensitive.
That's good. Yeah.
I have some goggles. Get one. My hair is.
This is what I was like about.
Wait. Oh, wait. You pretend. How long is that?
There you go.
We're not today.
Not today.
What about tomorrow?
No, not tomorrow either.
I know.
That's exactly.
Are you serious?
I knew you were.
Yeah. There you go.
Are we supposed to do this each part? I'm confused.
Yeah. What are you confused about? What are we supposed to
What's the first thing I ask you to do?
Examine an object in the lab basket.
So find the styrofoam and measure its height. First thing I ask you to do, find its volume.
I think you're. Yeah.
You gotta have people right now. Examine an object and let me see this.
All right, I'm gonna burn the magnesium real quick.
The other side's the
Go on and
same.
grab some papers. So I can work on physical science lab papers for 2 days. All right. See the magnesium? It's a nice silver metal. I guess I should go buy it there. Before I set a bad example.
Boom.
Hey, I'm trying to get me some.
You dropped it.
Yeah, I did.
I can bring it back up. Whoa.
And producing. I don't want to stop
Alright, see what it did? Alright, so on the back side of your lab sheet. Alright? In data table 2. See where it says magnesium burn? Alright, write down what you saw.
Just what we saw.
Write down what you saw. Alright.
Or what we saw, or like can we write like flammable?
You can write down whatever you want. Those are your observations. But that was what I needed to demonstrate so you could do the rest of the lab.
Okay, about 15. It's not a scientific term.
Okay. So. This is the. Okay, so we do that. I'm gonna say. I feel like all the way to the tree. 14.9 in the middle of 9 and we see there's 2.
I'm gonna switch blocks.
It doesn't have to be exact.
Just because nobody's.
I got 15, yeah, 15.5, and you have to guess.
Can we get a bit of,
Okay, we're just gonna write.
Nope, those are the only styrofoams I got. They've been abused over the years.
15.5.
Wait, hang on.
That's my answer.
that's basically.
Oh, what is it? Okay.
My bad.
Now we gotta find the height. It is centimeters. Wait, no, 8 every centimeter.
I definitely said centimeters. But it's 10.
Very thick. That's wrong. Leg width, height, and volume.
This is your part. See that one?
Yeah. It actually melts.
So not.
It's not even, that's 7.5.
What are you talking about? Oh yeah, I was looking at right this.
Guys, it does not have to be that exact. Get the significant digits and move. Okay? So, don't spend your life debating what the actual length and width is.
No, we didn't have to do it for the one.
And we need to find the height too.
Okay.
No, that's the same as the lane. 2.0. That's literally. I can't.
Yeah. Say what now? I assume. I wouldn't think the class meetings would have affected that.
Wait, what was the? So we can record it. What we laughed and then we did. What was the other message?
348.7.
I get it. No, it had to have 360 in the round. 349. Physical versus chemical properties. Because. 10.
It actually melts.
Color wise.
So it's not viable.
Intensive or extensive?
The game's really
It's not viable.
Y'all are moving fast. I think that's definitely expensive.
I forget what it's.
It does depend on size of your mouth. It does not depend on size of your mouth. Okay, the long guns definitely depend on size.
So height, length, and.
Right. Colors.
White.
Am I doing this the right way? I don't think so. Well, I think it's something. I forgot. Right. Oh, okay. Never mind, we just keep adding something. Color is math. Oh, white. It's white. It's the color white a physical or chemical property?
That is.
Oh, I'm kidding. Can you give me one of the color does not depend on the size of your mouth, so it's.
Intensive.
You okay?
Oh, right there.
Franco, what's intensive accent?
Oh, white.
Intensive is.
Does not depend in intensity. The extensive does. Texture.
Like depends on his physical property?
Well, when we say styrofoam, we still get pushed taken off.
Say what?
If you say the styrofoam is blue or red or something like that, we get pushed taken off.
Yeah, I'm gonna mark that wrong.
Can I say dirty white or do I just say?
Dirty white?
Can I say dark white? It's not.
Yes, you can say dark white, you can say dirty white, all of those are fine.
What if you just put white?
You just put white, that's fine.
Texture is it's styrofoam. Physical texture.
Like.
Texture does not depend on size. Do we test this by putting it on fire?
Hey, look.
It's yellow. Is it reacting to water?
Now it melts.
Oh, thank you.
You can check with.
Is it asking if it's flammability? Just bring it over. No, it's not. It says it melts. Is this flammability depending on the size of your mouth?
I thought chemical properties didn't have intensive or extensive.
But it's not reacting to water. So what do we put in A?
Thanks. Dogger, glad I can be on these. Any reaction to the water?
Hey, look, I love the way the water comes out of these. It's so satisfying. Is it good? What does it mean to react?
Because it does
Something
something.
happens.
It just absorbs It's like a sponge.
Ew, that smell though, what is that?
Probably same.
Oh. No longer satisfying.
Oh,
Sure we don't got the gas turned on?
Nope.
Volume? I didn't eat breakfast.
Oh, no, thank you.
I'm gonna put chemical because it says react. Mass?
Hey, Elijah, you see that red, light switch right there?
The mass?
Oh, wait, no, 15.
Hey, listen. You get it? With the water.
Really?
You just asked for the water back to mass editing. You can do it as you can. Just take the vinegar back there. And y'all need to wear the eyewear if you're gonna clean the chemical.
Okay.
What's the reaction water? No.
Okay, 18.93. Grams. I cannot get that. Grams. Mass is this one.
Oh, we just write I or E, we have to write up on the word.
Yeah, you can write IRE, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Just make sure it's not like it's some weird cursive I can't read. I've had that experience before.
Okay, in the basket.
Hold the test tube. Wait. I haven't done anything.
Yeah,
Can we put our A test tube? Oh, yeah, I forgot.
can you what? Yes? Guys, those of you who are standing around with no goggles on or on your forehead, when we do a real lab, you're gonna lose 5 points off the top. Every time I ask, I take 5 more. If you have chemicals in your basket and you're at the counter, you are required to wear them. It's state law. So put them on your eyeballs. Not on your neck, not on your forehead, not on your counter. Welcome to chemistry class.
Wait, she's over our.
Yes. Yeah, if you've done everything and you've felt the bag and everything, then just open it and take it out.
Hold the test tube. Is that KI?
This is,
And 4 drops. Are you ready? Oh, we're gonna open up this. Open up this thing. Okay, I have 4 drops open over there.
Listen, don't contaminate the test.
Wait, don't, no. No, put
So I can
it
just
back.
pay it.
Put it back.
Look, never that serious.
This is a drop, right?
I shake too much. I shake too much.
Really?
Remember?
I know. I just naturally shake.
Well, I think that's enough.
It said 4.
Oh, okay.
Slow down.
It needs to be higher.
What's my name?
I'm sorry, Precious. I'm thinking about the fact that I thought I saw fruits this morning. Apparently I'm looking at mine.
Yeah, okay. Be sure the drop.
Higher.
That's the test too.
It looks like you're doing great.
No, but apple drops are king. What? When did it get yellow?
When it reacted with the.
All right, so,
Peanut butter
yeah.
and-
Okay, we definitely saw a change in color, am I right?
I said I want to add it.
I was giving it to you.
Did you want some liquid in there?
White. What?
It's not the present.
Oh, that's what I did.
You can't eat this. You can rinse.
I'm gonna hurt you though.
And you said it vinegar.
And now we're done with the.
Yes, it looks like powder. We gotta clean it.
Powder?
Yeah, but this-
It's the way it is. Oh my gosh, it's vinegar right up in there.
Yeah, I was like, I had to clean this up first.
I mean, the size of the bubble.
You said pour it into
Okay,
this,
let's
right?
go wait.
You said pour it into this, right?
Yeah.
So,
After colors in the middle and the little powder. Guys, look at how the color came out. That's crazy.
What do I do with this?
In the beaker, in the green.
It's not all the way cleaned up.
Rinse it out.
It's right over there.
She said you could rinse it out a little bit.
Oh,
This is
we
what I
didn't
hear.
feel for temperature.
You got it like
Are you
right
serious?
now. You got it.
Oh, it's
That.
We didn't do it.
It's just
So it doesn't use bread.
I think that, wait, magnesium burn, didn't say it felt hot. Would that be exothermic?
By the way, so we just.
It's,
I'm right next to it. It felt hot. Heat is released. For the magnesium burn?
We didn't feel it.
You would have touched that.
We didn't feel it though.
That's all I remember the sound now.
yeah, you can.
Not for the magnesium.
Hey, look, I was careful, D. I don't know. Your wife was careful.
Waiting for the vinegar.
I love that sneak, that is awful.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm playing. Okay. Is it 40 milliliter, 40 milliliter of vinegar, 50 milliliter dicing? My whole screw back in my car, I look like that. The whole beaker? Okay. The black beaker bag facilities. Yes. That'll make sense. You have to be straight on the dot.
Yes.
Okay. Put the whole last to it. No, you put the whole thing in the bag, right? Like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what?
That's wrong. Okay.
When you burn that, you want like, what's good?
I'm looking for answers. They go from, looking for answers to one of the five.
Wait. Alright. What is going on today?
Yeah, you know what? I don't know.
What? Wait, take it out.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, wait, no, I think he's right. Like this.
Well,
Like this?
I mean, I didn't remember her saying that.
With the arrow.
Place it in.
Does it tell us something? You gotta put the bathroom in the vinegar.
We have to split those. You know what?
You know, the arrow. This is gotta get all that arrow. Yes. Get all the arrow. Say, listen, all of it out. Yeah. Baking soda. Wait. Hey, what? It's not seafood. Well, you can have when it's all scrunched up like that. That's how she feel. We took all the arrow. I tip the ear over and I love arrow. Rico, just reel it. Unless you want to. Oh my God, it's reacting. Oh, okay. Just tip it over.
Make sure you do not lose the one hall pass we have left. It's supposed to be one.
I think we did. Okay, so, stop. Bubbles for. You don't want the vinegar. You don't want the vinegar.
Oh, that would be
Heat was absorbed into
Because it felt cold.
Yeah, you took the crap, you just spread out.
in the production gas.
Oh, it's air. We're just gonna get out.
Hey.
So what now? Yeah, Mr. Butt said he's gonna, try to get me to do it in May, because I haven't hooked up the machine yet. Miss Harvey sent it back to another student, but the other student apparently can't find
Oh,
me.
did the other thing?
So- She's supposed to pay Mr. Al $3. And I was like, I can't figure out what's wrong, that's you lost. It's only your fault, it's only I lost.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's chemical property thing indicator.
She should have just left it for Christmas, or
It's still bubbling.
she could have kept it or put it in my mailbox. But
What was produced from step one when the magnesium was burnt?
Oh,
there's the teacher's line, but
and we don't have to write incomplete sentences.
she says she knows who the kid is, she just can't remember his name. So she's still looking for him to ask him where it went. She was gonna try to lunch today, so it's fine. But test review sheets are up here if you want to get them. Right, you need to at least practice, if you feel pretty comfortable, at least like 7 through 11. Those are the questions that are most missed.
And it's probably be the ones on Mississippi.
Did they make sure it says to change
I didn't quit. I had quit for about 9 months.
What, drinking soda? Do you go to Biscuitville every day or just recycle the cup?
You want the right answer or the better answer?
Oh, right. I don't judge. I go to Biscuitville almost every day.
I go to Biscuitville every day.
At this
Well,
time, we
except
need
for-
all 10th grade students to report to the auditorium. All
All right.
10th grade students.
My
to
10th
report
grade
to the
students will
auditorium.
go to their class meeting. Hey, Xavier, sniffing the vinegar right there. Huh? That there, when magnesium is burned, the propane, it might have made one, but I don't know off the top of my head.
I guess.
It made CO2 gas in the bag. Do I have any sophomores?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you got the steps done so you can finish the questions when you come back?
Yeah.
Okay. You may not make it back. Don't be shocked if they keep
Miss
you the whole
Wall,
time.
is it okay if we put the bag filled up with air even though we don't know? It's like,
You don't have to know what it's filled up with.
okay,
As you can tell me what indicator. I'm not interested in knowing exactly what is in the bag. I'm going to tell me 5 indicators.
okay, so if we put air, it's fine.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I think-
Yeah, clean this up too.
Just clean up your area and put everything back in the bag. Who else do I have besides Gerardo? Who's a sophomore? Victor?
Yeah.
If y'all want, take it with you and answer the questions while you're at the meeting.
All right.
I can't imagine they're gonna say anything earth shattering you need to listen to. I didn't say that out loud.
No, they just say, you know, what is a sophomore that's gonna be here, not a freshman anymore.
Yeah. No freshman anymore.
That's my
They're really about to go in on us because like our. In your ears, like. Yeah, because it's what college is. Get it up.
How do you explain that, freezing water is?
Water.
That's it.
I
thought I said make a salad. I wrote make a salad. You did the mixture.
Right, let me see what that's.
Wait, are we gonna go over our homework?
Oh crap, I forgot to do that, didn't I? We'll do it after 11.
Okay.
I just completely forgot.
Because I'm.
Yeah.
I completely forgot that.
If they don't forget.
It's like, just in case they can get you on there for a little bit of time.
They don't, I don't
Probably,
probably.
you'll probably be there for like 15, 20 minutes. You know, they can do
She knows it her way, and Ms. Lyons knows it her way. So you look, how do you make it together? Ms. Lyons thinks that she has to listen to suggestions.
You guys try to give me your lab paper today.
What's the last question? Right. So we have Ms. Lyons will be such a like this.
Yeah, I see 2
So
of them.
everybody, I'm like, she just like.
That's basically what I had. Well, she-
I just wouldn't be a teacher.
It's, yeah, exactly. It's more like-
She's right, because she's Miss Ernest's boss.
It,
Like, they don't have one teacher, it makes me, it's not just in there.
it's not like that. So it's
Right.
I turned the, if y'all will, turn the water on over the one that's got the drain. It'll help flush that sink. I've got the ventilation on too. Help with that.
You said, like, which one?
One that has the holes.
What's that hole? I think it.
The
Oh,
water
no,
is
never mind.
still the same.
Never mind. Never mind.
That's an interesting option.
Cause I'm gonna make it really bad.
If I touch with everything in play, will my hand explode?
Yes. It'll just pop out.
Wait, we're trying to get
What's the exact time you did go in there? Is that like 10?
Huh? Yeah, you always supposed to go around 10. I imagine right after grab and go.
Okay, well then I'm gonna say yes.
Are those bags?
No, it's the same.
Yummy. I'm gonna get that one.
No.
Smells like straight.
She said you haven't been right.
Thank you, Spanny.
That's not too bad.
Let me sit back here. Hey.
You put production of gas. No.
You got his pinky. So that happens when people put stuff down the sink you're not supposed to. Like what? That's milk. Now this. Milk.
Wait, you want me to keep somebody pour water on it?
Yep, let it flow.
Oh, I can turn in my lap, but that would be smart.
Yeah, I can't break. You don't get rid of it.
Where's the cord?
That's what I'm doing. Oh.
No, hold on. Trevor's back. It's all back in there. Yeah.
Oh, will we get those 4 sheets now?
Yes. The only one you have to work on is the one that says density conversion. That one you have to work on.
I forgot I had this on.
I don't even remember how to do that.
The rest are optional.
Option.
Yeah, I don't care if you do them, I'm not great.
How many?
They're for you.
Which one do we have to do?
You have to work on the one that says density conversion 7 to 11. All of the answers have been uploaded to the website.
Frick! I'm getting frustrated. Franklin, did you throw it away with the stuff in it, or did you pour it out?
Hand sanitizer.
I just poured it out with
It's on the
some
camera right there, brother.
Oh,
You don't have to.
it don't matter, right?
This was all of the staff on here?
Yeah, back in 96.
Yeah,
Where
where's the
are
soap?
you at?
I was just using it.
I mean, but.
Aw.
Wow.
She said the same thing you did.
Yeah. What's the SI unit for mass?
It wants us kilograms.
Yep, so you gotta check your kilograms, and volume has to be changed to what? Meters cubed. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And our test is tomorrow.
Yep,
We gotta change,
only for the one that says calculated SI units.
Sorry about those two.
oh.
Alright, those of you who have the scale out at the back, make sure you put it in one of the cabinets on the bottom row.
Which one's necessary? What do we have to
You
do?
have to do the one that says density conversion, and it has to be 7 to 11.
Okay.
The rest of them are completely optional. The answers are all uploaded at the website. Those are the ones that people tend to get wrong on the test, that's correct.
Yes, actually, yeah, can you? Oh, there we go.
Condensation was a physical change or the purple vapor?
That one on the answer sheet I've written, they're shooting for you to see answer B, that it's a chemical change that has a purple vapor.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, that question I would never put on a test. It's a poorly worded question, so you can pick either answer there. Because if you read the condensation, you can do a physical change, and if you read the purple color change there, you can put chemical change. So you can pick either answer there.
Yeah, all four of these. We have to complete them by the end of the class.
And I have a note on that. I can't remember my.
We have to complete this one.
Took the pictures of the answer.
Wait, so we get all of them?
Yeah.
And then these are just review?
That's me.
But she just said that we have to finish. these.
Caleb.
Okay.
Hey, y'all here? Yeah, we need to stop. All four?
Cabinet above your head there, so it bangs your head on it.
Caleb. What? I'm just getting my paper. Look at your stance. You said.
I said fold.
Fold. Wait, so. We have to do that. Yeah. Oh, I know what to do. That's my being valid. That's like
I wish like pre-calc did not take as long to do as like marketing. Did you finish that worksheet?
No.
What worksheet?
No, I gotta get
But honestly, I did the hyperbole one. Like I did like one question and it took me like 30 minutes and I was like, I'm not staying up to do 3 more. I don't think so.
So are we all finished with the lab? Do I have everybody's paper? Yes, no, where do we stand?
Where you put them in?
Now, take a look at number 7 on the one that says conversion density. All right, the other sheets that are up here, I don't care if you do. First of all, this is a review for you. I'm not grading any of this. All right, I will not be grading any of this work. It is strictly for you. I would strongly recommend that you look at questions 7 to 11 on the density sheet. All right, simply because they are missed a lot on the test. Okay? The rest?
How many questions will be with
45. They're all multiple choice. It's one of the few tests you'll take that are multiple choice. The remaining tests this quarter, the vast majority of them are entirely for response. Okay? So, response tests never get test corrections. That's what I've already told you if you were listening, has test corrections. Alright, it's probably the only one during this quarter that you will get test corrections on. So, and it has a limited time span. So once we test tomorrow, I will probably give you like Thursday of this week and then 3 days next week, and we'll have a staff meeting on Tuesday. Maybe 2 days next week and one the following week, and that's it. Probably about 4 days. And that's it for test corrections. I don't give an unlimited amount of time. So if you have difficulty with the days that I have, I apologize ahead of time, but that's just the way it is. All right, now, when you look at question 7 on the density sheet, what does it ask for in question 7? I love the way people are just looking around like, what is that what we're talking about? Are you looking at the density sheet? It says SI units. All right, how do you put the question in SI units?
Go back to that.
First thing you gotta know is what are the SI units? So what are the SI units for? Density. Well, what two things make up density? Mass and volume. So what's the SI unit for mass? What was that? Kilograms. So you gotta change to kilograms. And then what's the SI unit for volume? Meters cubed. So the first thing you have to do is change your mass to kilograms, and then you gotta change your volume to what? Meters cubed, and then you can plug into the problem. Yeah. Okay, y'all are gonna get that wrong.
Hey.
Some of you are, not everybody. Some of y'all are gonna be fine.
Get all.
The vast majority of you are gonna get it wrong based on that conversation. Some of y'all can't even find the paper.
But if you practice it.
You're still wandering around looking at each other going, what's she talking about? I don't even know what paper she's on.
True, very true.
Some of these baskets only have one test tube when they start with 2. Did anybody explain that to me? How do they lose test tubes?
SI units for this.
I don't understand.
Kilograms, meters, cubed, whatever. So you have to do these two.
That would just be centimeters cubed, because meters cubed is no. And grams, kilograms. I got that wrong. It's such a fine number.
Y'all know you know. You got a little.
So I need you to watch. Because I'm gonna take it in a minute. Because if you're gonna use it, instead of the phone, I'm gonna take it, just like I did the latest phone. I better not see you touch it again. You're gonna get down here first. You do what you're supposed to do. Now, since it appears nobody wants to do a review, find your notes. We can move on and talk about atomic structure. But I don't have any.
Can we go with the homework?
Yeah, we can. We can do that. I'll be glad to. All right, did I get everybody's lab sheet? Everybody turned in their lab sheet to me, right? Because after I finish physical sciences density lab, I'll do this. All right. So on the back side of your homework, all right, question 1. So you wait on you to get it out. All right, so number 1, sodium hydroxide dissolves in water. What'd you pick?
Physical change.
Physical change. Dissolving is physical. All right, hydrochloric acid reacts with potassium hydroxide to produce salt water and heat. That's a chemical change. What is the indicator? It what? All right, heat. So that would be a what? A change in temperature. Come up here, Zion. Where's that?
When we write like the indicator change in temperature, do we have to put endothermic or exothermic? I can see that.
You see that stuff right there? Looks like a chart. That's it. Anybody else out here straight besides Zion? Nope. All right. We're on the back side. The front side we did yesterday, so we're on the back. All right. So number 3, a pellet of sodium is sliced into physical change. Water is heated and changed to steam. Physical change. Potassium chlorate decomposes to potassium chloride and you make oxygen gas.
Chemical change.
Chemical. What's the indicator?
Production of gas.
Production of gas. All right. Number 6, iron rust. What's the indicator?
Change of color.
Change in color. All right, when placed in water, a sodium pellet catches on fire as hydrogen gas is liberated and sodium hydroxide forms. It's chemical, and what's the indicator?
Change of temperature.
You could have change in temperature, that's one. Production of a gas, there's one more I'd take. What happens when you catch on fire? Production of light. Any of those will work. All right, evaporation, physical. Ice melting, physical. Milk souring, we talked about at the beginning of class. A lot of you don't know this one, but it would be chemical, and milk souring actually changes colors. It actually turns yellow color. Will actually curdle also and form giant chunks as it curdles. All right. A lot of places, if you look it up online, will tell you smell is an indicator of chemical reaction. I don't use that one. It will also smell really bad. Sugar dissolves in water.
Physical.
That's physical. Wood rotting.
Chemical.
That is chemical. Anybody know why? It will change colors. It what? It does decompose, but do you know what indicator you get when it decomposes? It might produce a gas. Change in
Light.
sometimes you get color. Temperature. Changes in temperature. It gets hot. Okay, if you've ever seen a compost pile, which I would thought you to know, if it gets cold out, you'll see steam rising off of it.
Are there going to be any questions on our test like that, like where we might not know what it looks
I don't
like?
think so. I think I've covered all of the examples that are on the test through either homework or class discussion.
Okay.
All right, now 13, if you've never cooked, you would not know the answer. Or seen it. You don't have to cook it if you've seen it. Pancakes cooking on a grill. It is chemical. Anybody tell me why? It's the bubbles. What do you see?
Oh.
They're bubbles. It's the production of a gas. So I said, if you've never done it and seen it, you wouldn't know that. All right, now your biology. Which one is it? It's chemical. Tell me why. There was a really important process y'all learned about in biology class. Yes, photosynthesis. What did photosynthesis make? Yes. They're so disappointed. I had to pull that out of y'all. The tire is inflated with air. It's physical. Food is digested in the stomach. What indicators do we see? Gas. Heat. Yes. Pretty certain that food I ate this morning is not coming out in the same state it went in as. Color is not going to be the same. Water is absorbed by a paper towel. Physical. Any other questions?
Can we go over a few questions on the quiz?
So what?
Can we go over a few questions on the quiz?
Sure. Somebody let me borrow their quiz. Preferably somebody who did well that doesn't want to see it. All right. Let me send out. Victor didn't take it. Zaya didn't take it. I got somebody else. There were 3. Who else was out yesterday? Princess. She's not here anyways. So I'm going to just send Zaya out. All right. Which ones do I need to do, Zaria? 8 and 10. Go and stand out there in the hallway for a minute. Zaya will let you back in. Frank, turn the water off behind you for a little bit. Make sure it's back on in the second or third period, but it's okay for right now. All right, so I got 2.35 times 10 to the 5th. All right, so when I add this up, all right, what rule am I using, Zaria? I'm back here, of course. No, that's where you went wrong. Because you're adding, you're using the decimal places. I give up. All right, so 2 places here, 1 place here. So I only want 1 place here. So you're getting rid of that. I either took 2.3 times 10 to the 5th, or I took 2.4 times 10 to the 5th. I took either answer. Hold on, I had to do number 10, but do you have a question on this or something else? Okay, I'll get you. Is it a different question?
No, it's not the same thing.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay. All right. Number 10. So 6.5 times 10 to the 2nd plus 3.64 times 10 to the 3rd. All right, 4.29 times 10 to the 3rd. If I looked out, I could find Allie's work. I don't even have to use a calculator. I just didn't look a second ago. All right, so again, we're using decimal places because we're adding. This one has 1, this one has 2, so I only want 1. So I took 4.2 times 10 to the 3rd because you're dropping that off, or I took 4.3 times 10 to the 3rd. Okay. All right, anybody else on the quiz? Anything at the top half? No? So we're okay on that. Okay. And I guess you just see me in class. I'll see what your questions. Anything else on the papers I handed you for review? All the answers are posted online. All 4 papers. Answers are there. They're on the website.
What are we doing there?
Website. Go to the city schools website, our page, the high school page. Go to our people.
I know how to get to your page.
Okay, homework. It's under homework. It's
Okay.
on today's homework assignment. Okay, but it's always on the homework page. All right, anything else that y'all want to ask about before we move on? No? Okay. Let's talk about atomic structure. All right. Now, if you had a really good 8th grade experience, part of what we're going to do is review. All right? Part of what we're going to do is not. I find that the notation that you're required to use in my class is not review, and the concept is review. All right, so most of you will remember how to find things like protons, neutrons, and electrons, but hyphen notation and nuclear symbol notation isn't taught. Atomic structure is the title.
Is this still?
No, this is a whole new unit. Okay? So, when we talk about atomic structure, most of you can tell me, all right, first of all, what an atom is. It's the simplest part of matter that can exist alone. All right? Because if we break an atom down any further, we would call it a subatomic particle. Okay? Anything smaller than an atom becomes subatomic. So, most people learn at an early age. Give me my pen over there so I can have my colors. That's not what I want. I don't have a black pen, I have a red pen.
Should somebody get?
Yeah, somebody should get Zaya. Thank you for saying that. Zaya! I forgot you. I'm glad Michaela said something. Only for this. I only forgot for a minute. It's not like I left you for 15 minutes or something. Now, they could have happened, but I did not do that. Apparently, I'm only going to be in red today. All right. So, back in the day, you guys learned the 3 parts of an atom. Tell me what the 3 parts are. The what? The what, Zaria? That's 1. Neutrons? Protons. All right? So we got the protons, we got the neutrons, and we got the electrons. That's usually the way most teachers start teaching the atom. Okay? They probably taught you at a very young age what the charge was on each of those. So what's the charge on a proton? Yep. You learned it was positive. What did you learn for neutrons? You learned it was neutral. And what did you learn for electrons? What? Negative. Now.
Wait, so the second one is neutral?
Yeah, and I wrote neutrons. Thank you. All right. Now, hopefully, in 8th grade, you branched out from there and you learned the 2 parts of an atom. So can anybody tell me the 2 parts of an atom? Anybody? Anybody? Feeling brave? Adventuresome? You want to throw something out there? Franco? What did you say a minute ago? Yes. There's 1. He said the nucleus. Got nothing on the rest? That would be biology. That's okay. At least we got something. All right. So, the 2 parts of an atom is where we're going to spend our time. Because we're more sophisticated, so we don't ever talk about the 3 parts. We talk about the 2 parts. So the first part is called the nucleus. And the second part is called the electron cloud. Everybody remember hearing that now? No? Okay, that worries me a little bit. All right, so the nucleus and the electron cloud. Now, I will ask you what parts are found in each. Now, given that it's called the electron cloud, the only particle that can be found in the electron cloud is called the what? Okay. You'd be surprised how many people don't remember that on a quiz or a test. Okay? Electrons only are found in the electron cloud. So, by default, what particles have to be found in the nucleus? There you go. Protons and neutrons are found in the nucleus. So, what kind of charge are these going to have? Look, I need another color, you crazy thing. Let's go with that. All right, so if electrons are only found in the electron cloud, what charge are they going to have? It's going to have a negative charge. Now, the nucleus has protons and neutrons. What charge do protons have? Okay, these are positive. These are, so thinking math class, what happens when you have something that's positive and something that's neutral? What charge do you get? You get a positive charge. So when you add something that's positive and something that's neutral, you get a positive charge. So the nucleus will be positive, the electron cloud will be negative. So when you add the two together, you get an overall charge of what? What happens when you have a positive and negative? They do what to each other? They cancel out. Okay? So overall, the charge is 0 because they cancel out. Everybody with me so far? Okay, we're going to do one last thing, and then I'm going to stop. Everybody got it? Mm-hmm. All right. Last thing. I'm going to draw a little chart. All right. Particle, charge, and mass. It's the mass that I don't think we know. All right, so we got a proton, we got a neutron, we got an electron. All right. You guys have probably missed 10, maybe 15 minutes total in notes. Maybe less. All right. So a proton. What charge does a proton have? So how are we going to write that as a number? How are we going to write that as a number? How would you write a positive as a number? We're going to write it as plus
1.
Yes, you're going to write it as plus 1. All right. For neutrons, they're what?
Negative. Oh wait, no. 0.
0, because they're neutral. Good.
Sorry, I got
That's fine. And an electron is?
Negative 1.
There you go. All right. So for masses, 2 of them have roughly the same mass. So we assign them a mass of 1. Okay? The proton and the neutron have approximately equal mass. So they're given masses of 1 because they're roughly the same. Okay? The electron is assigned a mass of 0 because it's what we call negligible. Negligible means so small that it's not important. That doesn't mean it doesn't have a mass. It means so small it's not important. So we call it 0. For example, if Allie goes to the doctor today, since I know her mom works in the pediatric office. Okay? She goes to the doctor. What's the first thing they're gonna do when they call her back?
Get my weight.
Get your weight. Okay? Her doctor's office is like mine. Scales in the hallway. They gonna have me take all my clothes off.
No.
And God knows. Alright? So every time I go to the doctor, what am I always wearing?
Flip-flops.
Usually not. I'm usually wearing clothes. Okay?
Oh.
Now, today if I go, I have on pants and a shirt. Was I in pants and a shirt the last time I went? Maybe not. I was probably in shorts because it was the 1st of August and I wasn't in school. Alright? Is there a significant difference between the weight of my pants and the weight of my shorts?
Not really.
Not really. There is a difference, but is it significant? No. That's what I mean by negligible. It's so small, it's not important to the doctor. There is a difference. The electron has a mass, but it's so small when compared to the weight of a proton and a neutron, we don't count it. It's negligible. So we assign it a 0. Okay? That's why it's a 0. We're not saying it doesn't have a mass. It just don't count. Okay? You got me?
Yeah.
What's our homework tonight?
That review sheet and study.
Study. If you don't think you need to do the review sheet, you don't have to do the review sheet. Test is 45 multiple choice questions. There are test corrections. Test corrections at most can earn you half of what you lose. All test corrections are done after school with me. If the test corrections aren't done in my format and done correctly, you don't get your points back. Okay? It's not just come in, write some BS down and get your points back. Yes, ma'am. It's up to you. I have 1st and 2nd lunch available because after your training, the only lunch I cannot do makeup work is 3rd lunch. Unless you have. If you wanted to do it during 2nd lunch, you could. Okay? Or you can do it after school, whichever one works better for you. Okay? If you have a calculator still, put it in the tub. Depends on which lunch you have.
Okay.
If it's a 3rd, the answer will be a no because I'm in the courtyard. Right there. Still right there. I hadn't moved it. Did Victor or Gerardo finish this?
I'll just turn it in, please, lunch.
That's fine.
Secondary for us, sophomores, and meant so it's probably.
I thought you weren't gonna be here, Mo. Thought you weren't gonna be here.
I just made it. We all.
Yes. Again, they're optional. They're for you. If you want to do them, do them. If you don't, you don't.
I'll be trying to at least fix it to your class.
Okay. Now you gonna hurt Ms. Wicker's feelings. You make it my